And I'm making this testimony from Canada. On the 5th of February 2024, I had my second baby boy, and the pregnancy journey was very smooth. He was healthy, he was feeding fine, he was doing very well. And then on the 5th of March, on the 8th of March, everything basically changed. The night of that 8th, he fed and he had a big poop, and I cleaned him up. And after that, he started being fussy. He started doing this, like he was having an upset stomach, at least that's what we thought. And then when we woke up in the morning, we saw that he was not responsive, so we decided to rush him to the hospital. And when we got to the hospital, we explained everything that he experienced, and when the doctors assessed him, they saw that he experienced seizures. So what he was experiencing the previous night was seizures. And so they decided to transfer us to a different hospital, a bigger hospital, because they didn't have an intensive care unit at that hospital. So we're transferred, and when we got to that hospital, a series of tests were done. Part of that test was the CT scan, and when the doctors came in to speak with us, they told us that our son had blood in his brain, and we were quite surprised, quite confused, but they told us that we needed to sign some consent forms, and so they can get the surgery done. So we consented and everything was done. 1 week after the surgery, the doctors told us it's going to be a waiting game. We basically have to wait and see how he improves and how he does. And every day that I would go to the hospital, I would play NSPPD. I would keep saying the words, Divine Mercy, Emergency, I will not bury, I will not be buried. And we would have several meetings with the doctors, and every other day there were bad reports. There wasn't anything good that was said. In one of the meetings that we had with the doctors, they said they were going to try and take the tube out to see if he can breathe on his own, because prior to when the surgery was done, he was placed on a ventilator, and he's been breathing with that ventilator ever since. And so they said they were going to try to take the tube out. So on 3 occasions the tube was taken out, but he wasn't able to breathe on his own.
We have been bombarded with several negative reports from the doctor. On this particular day, the doctor told me face to face, the son cannot feed. Saliva will still be coming out from your son's mouth. He cannot read, he cannot play sports, he cannot play any musical instruments. Then as the weeks goes by, the doctors again came and told us, looking at our son's health status, he's never gonna make it. They were saying this to us, right? And they now told us to schedule a time, preferable whenever we prefer, for the ventilator to be finally removed and not to be put back.
So I decided that I wanted the tube to be taken out on the 5th of April, which was when our son is turning 2 months, and that day came. We had already spoken with the doctors, all the arrangements were made. So the day came, and so NSPPD placed 11 p.m. here in Canada, and there was something Pastor Jerry said which I strongly keyed into. I had to screen record it actually, because I knew that was our word. And one of the things that he said was, today is an anniversary in your life. As I lie prostrate before his throne on this altar, I announce over your life that which will make men marvel.
Today is an anniversary in your life.
Amen.
As I lie prostrate before his throne on this altar, I announce over your life that which will make men marvel, that which will make men say, can this ever happen? That which will make you shed tears of joy. At the sound of your amen, let it erupt by fire.
Me and my husband, we prayed, we keyed into it. And so on that day when the tube came out, we were at the hospice. That was where the tube was taken out, at the hospice. I was playing NSPPD, Oh Lord Show Me Mercy. I put the phone on my son's chest. I think that day I played over 6 or 7 Oh Lord Show Me Mercy. We were given a spot to sleep that night prior to the next morning. And so I slept with him throughout the night, and throughout the time the tube was taken out, he kept gasping for breath. You can literally see that life was coming out. His face was already pale. He was looking lifeless, practically lifeless. We were able to sleep through the night, and the next morning he was still breathing. Our son kept breathing. There was no ventilator there, there was nothing there, it was just him. He kept on breathing. And when they came in to check on him, in fact, they were so shocked, they were so surprised, and they even said, because the day the tube came out was on a Friday, the next day was on a Saturday. And so when they came in, they said, okay, let's wait till Monday to see if he continues breathing, then we'll go from there, because they couldn't even believe it. They were shocked. He was breathing perfectly. From Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday going down, he didn't experience any seizures, and then it was down to him feeding. They said he will not be able to feed. Okay, he's breathing now, the seizures aren't there anymore, but he won't be able to feed, he won't be able to suck. People of God, our son is sucking, he is eating, he is feeding. They said he wouldn't breathe, they said he wouldn't feed, they said he won't swallow saliva, but he is feeding, he is swallowing saliva. We are here to thank God for what he has done for our family. This is a huge miracle, because every single person that has heard it, they are wondering how did it happen, what is going on. This person was already written off, but God gave his verdict, and his verdict overruled every other verdict that was made.